In this video, I'd like to showcase my new app, Clever To-Do List, which is a software app for managing your to-do list, for managing things to do or your to-do list items. So the evolution of this app is easy to understand. Like many people, I used to track my entire life or my entire day just with Microsoft Windows Notepad files. I'd often have multiple Notepad files which contained just things I had to do or places I had to go. And I would save many of these files in various places on my PC. But one day I realized, wouldn't it be nice if I could just have these files in multiple tabs in one software application, just in a similar way that Google Chrome puts multiple browser tabs on top of the app. So the point here is you could create entries about things you have to do today, and you could sort these things in tabs along the top. So if I know there's something I have to do tomorrow, then I could write that item here and it wouldn't conflict or it wouldn't obstruct the main things I'm working on right at the moment. I can just kind of save it in the back of my brain and work on it later. Or if I needed to get something at the grocery store, I can always have a running list of things that lives in this third tab here, and I could write something like fruit here, and just things, as things come to me during the day, I can just switch to this tab and then go back to what I'm working on. When I'm waiting for things that are coming up in the future, sometimes I'll put a date here and just write the new item here just so I can have kind of a dated entry, or I can just write things that I'm kind of want to keep in my brain about things that I'm waiting for to come up in the future. And this allows me to have a dated list or just to recall items that are upcoming. Clicking the home button always takes me back to home. I probably push this button between 1 and 200 times a day, and this will always move the mouse caret to the top left position of tab number 1, and I'm always making edits in this area of the app, which is probably, again, several hundred times per day, again and again and again. And this is easy to do because with Clever To-Do List, we have a shortcut command called Control Q, which minimizes and maximizes the app just by pushing Control Q on the keyboard. And again, I probably push Control Q several hundred times per day because I'm on my computer almost constantly, and I'm constantly making updates in my various tabs here and modifying my to-do list pretty much sometimes often every 10 minutes, because I'm always writing the next series of tasks that I want to do next, and I'm always taking tasks off my list when they're done and then creating new tasks as they develop. And as you know, as the workday proceeds, tasks come and go all day long. So navigation in this app is pretty easy. As mentioned, we have these 4 tabs along the top, and we also have this left navigation pane, and you'll notice that the names here are just the same as the names here. Clicking here just merely selects the tab. It's the same as clicking the tab with your mouse button. But we do have these equal signs here which create subheadings within the tab. So notice this says priority items, which that's what it says right here. So as you go about your day, you can actually create a new category here if you want to have various things that you want to do that you want to keep separate from your other tasks for the day. So what happens is you notice that Clever To-Do List has created the new category here as it's typing, as I typed it. And what happens is that the app is just looking to see a series of equal signs here, and when it sees 2 in a row like that, it will create a new category for you. So this can be really convenient. I probably create and delete maybe 3 to 15 categories all day long, and it's be very easy when you have new tasks to make. And if you had something, just for tonight, and you wanted to separate this from all the other items in your list, then I would make something like this. And here I would write things that I was working on just immediately today, and that's how I'm creating this spontaneous new heading here for anything that had to be done right now. And then after I finished this item for the night, I would just delete it, and I would still have my other items here, of course, that I'm working on. So in this way, you're creating basically a to-do list sort of scratch pad, where you're always creating a dynamic list of things to do throughout your day. But again, you can see as the plus and minus icon here will minimize and expand the tree, allowing you to display the items in the headings, in this case priority and secondary, or you can hide them by clicking the minus icon there. Now, one of the very useful things this app does is it has integration with Everything.exe. Everything is a very cool app that's free to download, and it allows you to reference files on your computer. So if I have a file on my computer called My Cat Smiling, and I want to open this file at will, I can just right click on it, click the little green second button here, and that item will be found and retrieved thanks to Everything.exe. So you can see that merely by having our file name surrounded by quotes, Everything is able to search your hard drive and retrieve this file. This can be very useful when you have hundreds, thousands of files on your hard drive, and if you're working on a project, then you can reference files merely by putting quotes around them and retrieve the file whenever you want to. You could also get the containing folder of the file merely by right-clicking and then clicking the third command, and that will bring up the actual Explorer window, which contains the image of our cat here. So again, when you have lots of folders on your computer that are for a specific project, let's say this was our cat project in our little example here, then this is very useful because we can reference items by folders, paths, or we can reference item by the file name itself. If you just wanted to open the path, you can of course do that too, again merely by putting quotes around a Microsoft Windows path. Additionally, if you have, say, a website link, this is a link to the island of Hawaii, I can simply right click on that and open that like so, and now of course it's just opened the map to Hawaii in my default web browser. So I think we'll conclude this little tutorial for now. This is just a brief intro video, but be sure to examine some of the other help videos to learn more about Clever To-Do List.